Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Miss Yancy and this is my garden. Welcome back, y'all. I have a lot of work to do in the garden today. We had a thunderstorm the other day and it left a lot of work that needs to be done. There'll always be work to do in the garden, but today especially I have a lot to do. One of the first things I'm going to be doing today is fixing the cassava plant because it's all crowded up now with how I have it and it needs to be released. I have some insect netting around it or bird netting around it because it kept getting attacked by the squirrels, and now it is suffocating because it's grown bigger than initial space from when it was a tiny little seedling. That's one of the main things I'm going to be doing today. A little bit of maintenance. I have a fun video planned for y'all, so I hope you're here to stay. All right, come along, y'all. I'm taking off a lot of the leaves from on here because a lot of it went dead and a lot of it is dying, and I don't know, it might be blight. I don't know if it's blight or some type of disease, but that's what's going on with my tomatoes this year. I have no idea. All of their leaves are like looking like this. I don't know if y'all can see it. So I'm just removing these. These are like tomatoes that I didn't really care for like that anyway because they were tomatoes that wasn't doing well in the first place, like the seedlings. So I just put them here to see if they were going to survive. So I just hate that this is happening to all of them. My potato leaves are growing and expanding. I need to harvest some of these potato leaves. Gosh, all these mosquitoes. A lot of the tomatoes in this bed is struggling. I don't know what's going on. Alright, y'all. I have to go back in the house and wear some long sleeve because these mosquitoes been eating me up because it rained last night. The big boys came out to play today and they are eating me up, so I had to wear some long sleeve. Alright, come on, let's go. Alright, so right now we are about to go and fix that cassava plant because it's really been suffering. This is my cassava plant. As you can see, it really need its space to grow, and I have been suffocating it, especially this plant right here. It needs a lot more space than it has here, but I had to put this around it. This is bird netting. I had to put this around it because the squirrels were really attacking this plant. They love the leaves. I had about 5 plants and the squirrels pretty much was like pulling it up when I planted them. So I had to do desperate measures, but I knew it was going to be a time where I needed to remove this or try to make it bigger. Like you can see right here, it's like really struggling. The leaves been breaking. So I am about to release it from there. I have another cassava root that's like all the way far back there that's not surviving at all because there's absolutely no space for it to live. And I'm going to probably plant it over here if the roots are still good. So that's what I'm about to do right now. And I wanted to quickly say, for those of you that do not know what a cassava is pretty much yam. It's in a yam family, and it's also known as yucca. Hispanic call it yucca because I know that they eat it as well. In Africa, we eat the leaves and we also eat the root. So the root is what is like more like a yam or like a potato, and the leaves has a lot of vitamins. It's very, very healthy. So I don't blame the squirrels for wanting to, you know, take a bite out of it. They've been enjoying it, that's for sure. Alrighty, y'all, I just removed the bird netting, and look how my cassava leaf have been suffering. Oh my gosh, this one should have been way bigger by now, just like these, but it couldn't grow because the bird netting was prohibiting it from growing. Now that I have released it, it should, I'm trying to pull this, weed up. Now it should be able to grow freely, but I am still going to put bird netting around it because I still don't want the squirrels to get at it. When it gets like taller, which it's going to get taller, it's going to get much taller than this. It's going to probably get as tall as that tree if I let it, or even taller, because each of them is really like a tree, and I can't believe how much they have grown so far, because I'm not going to harvest the roots until next summer. It usually take like a good full year for the roots to fully develop into like the cassava that's beneath the soil. So I'm not going to harvest the roots anytime soon, but I am going to harvest the leaves occasionally. I just need to figure out how to properly harvest it so it doesn't prohibit the plant from growing, because I definitely want to cook these leaves for you guys. I already have a YouTube shorts. If you go to my YouTube shorts, you'll see a video that I already had of me preparing cassava leaf, so you can see basically, you know, what cassava leaf is. After this video, you can go watch it. But yes, guys, this is the plant. Now I just need to find a better way to protect it. So let me show you guys the other cassava leaf plant that is in here. Oh wow, look at this. So originally I started it from this right here. This is the root that I purchased. I purchased this cutting from Etsy. Somebody on Etsy sells this cutting, and then I let it root. I put it in some soil in like a a pot in a flower pot, and then I let it root and it grew a little bit, and then I transplanted it to the ground. So when this grow like super tall and I'm ready to actually harvest the root, I'm going to cut this up and start selling the cuttings, because there's a lot of people that's trying to grow the cassava plant. So if you're trying to grow the cassava plant next year, I will have some cuttings for you guys from mine, and you could be able to grow your very own cassava. But let me show you guys the other one that I had in here. So here's the other one that I planted in here that the squirrels, when they came to do their destruction, they ate it up very nicely and chewed it up so bad. So I'm about to dig this up and plant it on the other side in hopes of it actually growing. That's me taking a chance, because I had about 5 of these plants. So this is 1, 2, and 3, and then the 4th one was back there, and then I had a 5th one somewhere around here, and the squirrel pulled it up and ate it. Honestly, I'm not even sure if it's the squirrels that ate it. I'm only assuming it's the squirrels because I've actually seen the squirrel trying to get access into the bird netting, and they were unsuccessful. So I'm about to root that up and plant it over here, and then put this bird netting back around it so I can protect it until it gets a little taller, and then I'm going to remove the bird netting, because this plant is actually going to grow much bigger and wider. And now I'm actually regretting planting them so close together, because they're super close. Imagine how big they're about to get. So that's about to get interesting. I think I'm gonna plant that other root like right here in this corner right here and see what happens. Y'all, I decided to take a quick break and just enjoy what's going on in the garden. The weather is perfect. I think it's about like 5 or 6 right now. I can't tell on my watch because it's dead. This is usually the time where the sun peaks the highest during these summer days, and man, am I so grateful. Today the weather have been amazing. In the last couple of days it's been like 101. It's just been over 100 degrees, and today it's been cloudy, and I'm loving it. I wish the weather could be like this all the time during the summer. Don't get it twisted, it's still a little warm out here, but there's a breeze and it feels really good, and the sun is not like glaring down on me. Usually it's so tough to like sit in this area of my garden, even though I have a chair and stuff here. I have it here to like sit out here in the evening or early in the morning. It's very rare to be able to sit out here around this time and be able to enjoy the garden. So I'm going to take a little break and just enjoy all of it. I'll be right back. So I just pulled out the cassava cutting. It looks like it's dead though. Oh no, look at it. Looks like it might be dead. I thought it was still gonna be alive so that I could use it, so that I could plant it elsewhere. But yeah, you know, these squirrels, they love to mess with my stuff. I guess we're sharing the outdoors with them, so that's the least I could do, right? Is spare one for them. So I guess I could leave this out for them if they want. But you know, they don't like when it's left out. They like when it's in the ground so they could get to pull it out. The beauty of harvesting your food. But I'm gonna take a closer look at this and see if I could put it in some water and see what happens. It's probably not gonna happen if it haven't happened by now. It looks kind of dead, but that's okay. I have 3 more, so I'm gonna finish and close out this video and we'll be all done. I am about to put the bird netting back around it and get going to the other million things I have to do in this garden. Y'all, so I decided to use my scissors to try to cut the bottom of this root to see if it still was fresh, and I did, and look. Let me turn this camera around so y'all can see. Look right here. You guys see that? Still fresh. You know what that means? There's still a possibility that this is alive and it can possibly root. So I am going to put it in a small little flower pot with some soil and keep it on my patio. See what happens. It's probably going to take maybe about a month, if so, you know, to grow some leaves on it, on the side shoots. As you can see, like each nodes here, that's where the leaves would be coming out of, and it came out of here, and this is where all of the bite marks are at. So whatever animal that was, definitely enjoyed it. I really think it's a squirrel, but we also have a groundhog here, so I don't want to blame the squirrels for everything, but they do a lot of damage in my garden for sure. Alrighty, let's get going and protecting the rest of this beautiful plant.
Martha Lorraine's signature luxurious body butter is packed with all natural skin-loving ingredients such as cocoa butter, coconut oil, shea butter, vitamin E oil, and baobab oil. Whipped to perfection, it is lightly made to be easily absorbed into the skin without clogging your pores. This body butter is free of parabens, sulfates, and synthetic fragrances.